And in particular, I'm telling you about my Level 2 Vedic Astrology course. Now, the Level 2 Vedic Astrology course focuses on the lunar signs of Vedic astrology, the 27 Nakshatras. And they are the most magnificent, magical, sure, and deeply ancient declaration. The wisdom they offer is tremendous. Although it's my Level 2 course, you don't actually have to know Vedic astrology to do the course, although it's a definite advantage to have a little basic knowledge. Because in a way, the Nakshatras astrology is self-contained. And basically, at the beginning of the course, for the first 27, 28 weeks, we look at one nakshatra a week, deeply meditating, embodying, contacting its energy, maybe through art, looking at what planets you have in that nakshatra. Every webinar refers to the charts of the students in the group, so it's a very wonderful course. It isn't just supreme declaration, it's also the use of healing and embodiment and art, so that you really connect with the perception of the ancient Vedic seers, and you really make it healing and empowerment. It's not just ranted legalistic declaration, which sadly some Vedic astrology can be. And then after going through the nature of the first 27 nakshatras and how they appear in each of our charts, we then go on to the truly wonderful nakshatra interpretation techniques, which tell you so much about how you will experience certain people, so much about your relationships, so much about the energies of particular signs as they will affect you personally, so much about your health profile. We study the link between nakshatras and health, and the doshas in Ayurveda. But this video today is to tell you about a most important concept within nakshatra astrology, your Manasa Nakshatra, that is, your default state of consciousness. It's actually so useful, so necessary and powerful to have a statement of your default state of consciousness. When I first encountered it, and I'm still of course learning about it, I found it so helpful. So basically your Manasa Nakshatra is the 25th nakshatra from your moon nakshatra. And my default state of consciousness nakshatra, my Manasa Nakshatra, is Shatabhishak. And the name means 100 healers. And it's really helpful for me to understand the sort of conditions it brings to my life, to make life decisions upon it, and to try and handle my consciousness. So the energy is orientated towards developing healing, but it's a very different sort of healing, for example, compared to Ashwini. So Shatabhishak's sort of healing is mental and deep. And the symbol is a circle. In a sense, the circle that contains the cosmos, the circle of everything. But also the circle of protection. And protection is very important for people with their Manasa Nakshatra, their default state of consciousness in Shatabhishak. They need to have protection. And I lived a lot of my life not knowing that principle. In fact, brought up to do things which harmed me because they defied that principle. And so this circle of protection is drawn, and great developments in perception and healing can then begin to occur within it, particularly with the perceptions of Vedic astrology and with healing modalities and good relationships and ethics. And so one of the features also is that Shatabashak as your default state of consciousness can make you somewhat suspicious. And again, I was brought up to sort of fit in, throw myself at people, etc., etc., etc. And so, of course, I harmed this principle until I found this principle is part of my essence, that I need to be wary and suspicious. I can be overcritical, but I have great critical faculties, and they are part of me, and they're here to guide my path on earth to achieving my essence, to achieving and making real the scripts, the karmas that I came here in this life to achieve, the creative achievements I was born to make, the empowerments I personally was born to make. It's not world denying, this stuff. It's intensely practical. The ruling deity of Shatabishak is Varuna. And if you wanted to equate Varuna to other Indo-European gods, I feel he would have something of Neptune in his visionariness and his susceptibility to intuition, and hopefully not illusion and delusion, but also, and perhaps more so, to Uranus in his capacity to be on edge, ready for revolutionary breakthroughs, ready to bring in needed change. So that's just a very brief depiction of some of the facets of my Manasa Nakshatra. And so have a look at the website address for the webinars, which you can attend from February to November 2016, and the course, which you can enroll on any time. Read about the wonderful principles that underlie the teaching. And I work with my partner, Maggie Pashley, who's skilled in many healing modalities as an intuitive healer working worldwide, an energy healer working worldwide. My courses are worldwide too, by the way. And everybody gets a download of the webinar afterwards. So even if you are in a tricky time zone compared to the UK time zone where we're currently living, well, your chart will be covered and you can download it. So have a look at the Nakshatras Course website address and get in touch with me to enroll. Thank you very much.